So here we are again. You just couldn't get enough, could you? You thought you were hot stuff, taking on 3 of the world's most toughest Pokemon with your own fist. Well, things are about to change for you, little man slash girl slash non-binary term of self-expression. Because I've got 3 more Pokemon that are so much tougher, harder, meaner, and nastier than the last ones. You definitely won't be able to beat these bastards in a fist fight. In fact, you would have a better chance getting your dad to come back from the Pokemart with that half dozen of Moo Moo milk he said he was going to pick up before you would even be able to touch one of these battle-ready creatures. So, here's 3 more Pokemon to knock you straight in the gabba. The first one is a favorite amongst the most iconic of legends, and that Pokemon is Torterra. This grass ground type is a brute. Never mind the fact that it's over 7 feet tall or weighs over 700 pounds. No, my friends. The real reason this is here is because look at this thing. Those intimidating red eyes don't make you uneasy. Is that what you're saying? Maybe it's the actual tree growing out of its backs, or the moss-covered spikes that look like they belong in front of an ancient ruin? No? Dude, you're joking, right? I mean, look at that jaw. One crunch from that, and you'll be needing a hand for the rest of your life. And with moves like Earthquake, Wood Hammer, and Heavy Slam, you're definitely going to be flatter than a pancake when you step up to batter this shelled behemoth. I don't even know what a Wood Hammer is, but if this thing wants to nail me with it, you better believe I'm turning tail and running to the hills. Up next in Pokemon you definitely don't want a fist fight ever is a Fire Rock type who is universally recognized as being horrible in game. I mean, this Pokemon sucks. Like, sucks. Like, sucks so hard you would be actively trying to make the game harder in order to use this Pokemon on your team. But in a fist fight, Magcargo would instantly destroy you. We have multiple Pokédex entries that let us know that this thing's body is made entirely out of molten flames. In fact, the entries in the Sapphire and the Unova games go explicitly out of their way to specify that this thing's body is 18,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, I don't know about you, but unless you've got some sun-proof boxing gloves, I think even sneezing in this thing's direction is going to be a deadly endeavor. But I want to give this thing even more firepower, just so I can turn the insides of your undies brown. So the first move this thing is going to have is Shell Smash, which will lower its defense and special defense, but you're not going to be able to touch it. So the only part that's really going to matter is the secondary effect, which raises its attack, special attack, and speed. And because I really don't like you, we're going to teach this thing Lava Plume and Fire Blast, which both have a chance to leave you burned. And just for craps and giggles, let's teach this thing Ancient Power, a rock-type special move that has a 10% chance to raise all of its stats. So, with all of these things, and the fact that if you try to touch this thing, you will literally turn into a puddle formerly known as yourself. Do you really think you're going to be able to take this in a fist fight? Look, if I were you, I would escort go home. let's move into our runner-up. Our runner-up for today is Sudowoodo. Now, any experienced Minecraft player worth their weight in obsidian will tell you that punching trees gives you wood, right? Lots and lots of hard, thick wood. But punching rocks, on the other hand, not so much a good idea. In fact, this tree is made entirely out of rock. And while a wooden pickaxe would do numbers on it, the thing is, we're not in a pickaxe fight, are we? No, we're not. We're in a fist fight, okay? Use your brain. Think, comprehend, process. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? You're gonna punch this tree made out of rock? No, you're not. Stupid! Now, usually when we do this list, we focus on the final forms, just to really hone in on the sheer power that Pokemon possess. But today, I want to take things back to a more beginner level, just to really show you how outclassed you are. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody's first introduction to rock and ground types, Geodude. Now, against another Pokemon, this thing might not be so bad at first, but when we look at its move pool and realize that it's going against a human, we realize this is going to be a hard rock to chip. Ignoring the Alolan form, which is rock and electric instead of rock and ground, but that's deadly in its own right, so we're just going to focus on the OG. You might not expect it, but this thing loves to get its rocks off with moves like Rock Slide and Rock Blast. And for the uninitiated, Rock Blast hits 2 to 5 times, so you'll have to deal with that along with an entire Rock Slide, which has a pretty high chance to make you flinch, thus wasting your turn. Stone Edge is also a possibility, which is where it uses literal magical rocks to uppercut you into oblivion, and with its high chance of critical hits, let's just say it's definitely going to be getting its rocks off. But let's say out of all that, you still somehow manage to back this little Geodude into a corner. Well, that's where you're wrong, kid, because this Geodude, the thing about Geodude, and this is a potential run killer for a lot of Nuzlockes, is that this thing can learn self-destruct and explosion. So yeah, while this thing may end up knocking itself out, you're probably going to end up leaving bits and pieces of you scattered against the walls and the floors and Geodude, but I mean, hey, I got the KO, so fair trade, right? So what have we learned? Stop trying to fight Pokemon. It's not going to work out for you, kid. Look, I know you think you're strong and you're tough and you have what it takes to be #1, but you're just a kid. You should really stop trying to start fights with magical creatures. Because sure, I don't like Geodude as much as the next person doesn't like Geodude. But if you saw me trying to punch everything that I didn't like, let's just say I would be a regular at the Assault Claims Court Circuit, particularly the assaults against Meter Maid's division. But hey, that's just me. If you want to go punch some Pokemon, be my guest. But make sure you subscribe and like this video so that way, in memoriam, when you die, you will still be able to get my uploads straight into your inbox. And I know we talked about Torterra earlier. Check out my friend Iconic's video, especially if you're into body horror, or if you're not into body horror. Nah, big brain. But all right, I'll catch you guys later. More videos about other things soon, I promise. Probably not.